Welcome to our training video. Pet oxygen masks save lives. This instructional video is meant to accompany the pet oxygen mask kits supplied by the Foundstion. They come in 3 different sizes to fit cats, dogs, and other household-sized pets. The kits include 3 different size masks, small, medium, and large, 3 lengths of tubing, a pet O2 usage guide, data sheets, and a sticker showing you carry pet oxygen masks on board. Restraining the pet gives you a safe environment to work on pets in distress. Even the happiest of dogs may bite when confronted with pain or any other unfamiliarity of an emergency situation. Restraining a pet also allows everybody, even those who are not pet savvy or pet friendly, to work on an animal without the concerns of immediate dangers. Curlex can be used to restrain a pet, and the pet oxygen mask kit will still fit over the snout, and the animal will still be able to breathe. Apply over the muzzle, cross under the chin, and tie securely behind the head. Tie in a bow or slip knot, something that can be easily undone if needed to in a hurry. Your safety is our goal, and another way to restrain a pet is to take your hand and hold the rear ankle. Use your forearm up the length of the leg with your elbow at the hip. Do the same with your other arm and the front leg. Apply pressure straight down comfortably to hold the dog still. Cats and other small animals can be restrained by wrapping them in towels or blankets. You will be using the pet oxygen masks in one of the following 2 ways: as supplemental oxygen, or with a bag value mask for rescue breathing. First, feel for the rise and fall of the chest. Pull the head back to open the airway, then check for the femoral artery for pulse. This is our first pet-specific technique. The femoral artery is located in the upper fleshy part of the inner thigh. If the pet has a pulse, begin supplemental oxygen. The cone shape and adaptable rubber seal of the pet oxygen masks allow for a snug fit to muzzles and snouts, allowing the O2 liters to be relatively low. The small mask has a liter flow of 1 to 3, the medium 3 to 5, and the large 5 to 7. We've seen departments write directly on the masks themselves with indelible ink and or apply address labels with this information. This information is also available on the data sheet, which is included with your kit. If the pet has no pulse, use a BVM attached to oxygen and then begin CPR. CPR target zone for pets is another pet-specific technique. To find the target zone for CPR, take a pet's front leg and move it back towards the chest within its range of motion. Put 2 fingers where the elbow meets the chest. This now marks your target zone for CPR. This is true for all animals, regardless of size. Begin CPR at a ratio of 30 to 2. In this case, this animal would be wearing a BVM attached to oxygen. It is important to note that the vent holes must be covered when giving breaths during CPR. The compressions are at a rate of 30 to 2 and range from 1/2 inch to 3 inches in depth. The only exception here are neonates, which are at a 1-to-1 ratio. Note, the smaller the pet, the faster the heart rate is. When performing CPR on a medium to large animal, you can compress with the heel of your hands, like you would for a human. For small animals, you can compress with just 2 fingers. A pet's heart is in the center of the chest cavity, surrounded on both sides by the lungs. Therefore, it does not matter which side of the pet you perform CPR on. Pets also have a more barrel-shaped rib cage compared to our more crescent-shaped, allowing the pet to have even more flexibility. CPR can also be performed by a two-person method. Note, the vent holes are being covered. For humans, you pinch the nose and breathe into the mouth. Another pet-specific technique is, for manual rescue breaths for pets, we pull the jowls over the mouth and close the mouth, then breathe directly into the nostrils. CPR for small dogs and cats. We feel for the rise and fall of the chest, then pull the head back to open the airway. We check the femoral artery for pulse. Note that it is in the same place as it was on the large dog, in the inside fleshy part of the upper thigh. If your pet has a pulse, begin supplemental oxygen. If they have no pulse, use BVM and oxygen, then begin CPR. Cover those vent holes to administer breaths. Find your target zone and begin CPR at a ratio of 30:2. You can also do compressions on a small animal by holding them like a taco from under the belly. For manual rescue breaths, pull the jowls over the mouth and close the mouth, then breathe directly into the nostrils. The standards for pet CPR are set by the American Veterinary Medical Association. Approved training is by board member personnel or this DVD only. We are not accountable for outside pet oxygen education. If you have any further questions, please contact the Foundation. Communicate your needs through your IC unit. They can help get your local city or county animal control officer involved. The equipment. The top adapter can be removed and is standard for your BVM insertion. This is how it would be used for BVM and rescue breathing. The masks are reusable and can be cleaned with a disinfectant, soap and water, or bleach solution at a ratio of 10:1. All segments are removable for cleaning. You know what to do, but let's review the techniques that are just pet specific. The femoral artery location. The target zone for CPR. Manual CPR breaths are through the nostrils. And the capillary refill can be found within the gum line of all animals. Color should appear in 1 to 2 seconds. Our product review. The insert is removable to allow for BVM. Cover those holes when using BVM. If you use high flow oxygen, all excess O2 will vent through the holes. We'd like to offer some pet first aid tips. Pet oxygen masks fit so well that pets are resuscitating very quickly. It is then up to an available pet owner or through your ICS to establish further care. We feel these pet first aid tips may aid in your knowledge of animal care in emergency situations. Respirations for a small animal are 20 to 40 breaths per minute, and for a medium to large animal, 10 to 30 breaths per minute. Their temperature ranges from 100.4 to 102.5 on an average. This higher natural temperature explains why pets overheat so quickly. If an animal is burned, you can flush the burn with cool water and can loosely apply non-stick bandages to second and third degree burns before transport. Dehydration occurs quickly in pets. Provide as much water for the pet as possible. Know that you can cool a pet faster through their pads and/or arterial pressure point areas. Heat stroke occurs quickly in pets also and begins at a temperature of 104. Provide plenty of water and shade. Wrapping a wet, loose blanket can help lower temperatures. Heat stroke is life-threatening. If a dog goes unconscious, administer rescue breathing or CPR. Bleeding and arterial pressure points. Apply direct pressure with gauze to stop bleeding. Elevate the limb if the bleeding hasn't stopped, and apply pressure to one of the 5 pressure points. Arteries where the legs meet the torso and at the base of the tail to diminish blood flow. These are the areas you can also apply cool water to help bring down a dog's temperature, as discussed in the previous page. We'd like to thank you for establishing pet oxygen masks in your community. Our pets are our family. When you save them, you're saving us too. For more information, you can contact us at Amazon.com or Facebook.com/Amazon Foundation. We'd like to thank you for your time, your attention, and your service.